Now at 11.
Look at that tornado!
A race for cover.
It's like everybody get your butts in the basement.
As the remnants of Ida batter parts of the tri-state.
Just heard everything there, like the roof, everything collapsing.
Triggering flash flooding.
It's a river.
And multiple tornadoes.
I looked out the window and I seen our house gone.
Tonight, the catastrophic damage already caused as the storm rages on.
And we thank you for staying with us tonight as we bring you the latest updates on this truly historic storm. I'm Natalie Pasquarella. Just about an hour ago, Governor Murphy declared a state of emergency in the state of New Jersey. This is in response to the intense flooding that's now to blame for at least one death. Let's get to the video. Dozens of people have already been rescued from roads that remain impassable tonight as the remnants of Ida continue to hammer our region. Let's toss it over to Storm Team 4's Dave Price to start us out.
All right, we begin right now with what you need to know. And at 11:15, that is when a tornado warning will expire. It is in place for Suffolk County, including East Northport, Huntington, and Kings Park. If you are in this area, now is the time to preventatively take cover. Head to an interior section of your home. If you are in a mobile home, that is not the place to be right now. Go into a fortified building. This all as the energy from the storm system begins to work its way east. We also have severe thunderstorm warnings in effect as we work our way through sections of Suffolk County and in through sections of Fairfield County as well. The wider picture shows just how significant this storm is. Not much has changed over the last several hours except this most recently, and that is the heaviest rains are beginning to push eastward. So if you're in Connecticut, in Fairfield County, into Queens, Nassau County, or Suffolk County, you are probably going to see the heavier, more severe weather over the next several hours. But still, the damage is done. Significant rains, historic rains for the tri-state area. Just how much rain in how little time? Matt's got more on that. Matt?
Yeah, Dave, some of these numbers would be impressive for a month, but Carteret, New Jersey has had over 8.5 inches of rain in the last 6 hours. Staten Island now over 8 inches of rain, approaching 8 inches in Harrison. Central Park now up over 6 inches of rain. And some of these radar estimated rainfall totals are closer to a foot, 8 to 12 inches of rain in that deep purple band stretching through New Jersey. And as you would expect, that has led to a ton of flash flooding. Some of the more alarming reports, this one coming in out of Staten Island, the West Shore Expressway had people standing on roofs of cars waiting to be rescued. Numerous water rescues ongoing up in parts of Bergen County, and people rescued in Livingston as well as their cars were stranded in floodwaters. We have seen numerous reports just like this, and we are not out of the woods just yet. We'll talk about when the rain finally clears out coming up in just a little bit. Natalie.
All right, Matt, thank you for that. We'll talk to you real soon here. Now, in addition to the flooding, Ida spawned multiple tornadoes that tore through the Northeast, at least 2 of them in New Jersey. This includes one that destroyed homes in MULLICA Hill. That's Gloucester County, and that is where we have News 4's Brian Thompson live. Brian, that video that I saw, some of those tornadoes, they're just incredible.
Yeah, people can't believe it. They said so on social media. We can tell you this, that police down here are saying dozens and dozens of homes were hit. A handful of them were totally destroyed. This is unprecedented for New Jersey, and we just not used to seeing things like this, but we don't know all the damage yet. We don't know if there are casualties at this point. We do know this, though. In Hopewell Township in Mercer County, there was a report of a police officer who was a casualty, who had been swept away by the waters. Good news. I just got the info from the state PBA president. That officer and 2 other officers there who had been swept away by the water were found by a drone. They are safe and sound. No casualties with them, but there are reports of other casualties across the state.
Look at that tornado!
Early this evening, this monster tornado dropped out of the South Jersey sky, spotted by motorists from multiple angles, a sight rarely, if ever, seen in New Jersey, which is used to short, low-level tornadoes from time to time. And then it moved on to MULLICA Hill, tearing through this neighborhood This was not a shingles and trees tornado. It was a Kansas tornado, ripping homes to shreds.
Just heard everything there, like the roof, everything collapsing, so we all jumped under the steps. And it appears like the tornado came right through here.
MULLICA Hill appears to have been the start of a long journey north towards central Jersey. Reports of scattered damage and a path aimed toward New Brunswick. But this is where the worst damage appeared to be tonight. A neighborhood torn apart. Ida no longer a hurricane or even a tropical storm, but still a force to be reckoned with.
I haven't cried in like 20 years, and once I seen her house totally destroyed and I started running over there, I was, thank God.
Do they have children?
Yes, they have small, three small children, but everybody's fine.
Elsewhere, this in Lambertville, flooding was constant, frequent, and unavoidable. This home in Lambertville with water inside, the streets as chronicled by this homeowner impassable, a scenario played out over and over again across the length and width of a very soggy garden state.
I just got off the phone with the mayor of Passaic, Mayor Hector Laura, telling me they believe they have one casualty, a drowning all the way up there from flash flooding. They haven't been able to get to the vehicle yet to confirm that, but he says it's looking that way. Governor Murphy saying today, over and over again now, these storms with the global warming and climate change will become more frequent, more intense. We're seeing it with Ida tonight. Live in MULLICA Hill, Brian Thompson, News 4 New York.
Yeah, Brian, thank you so much for that. Stay safe out there. We talk about that state of emergency in New Jersey. Flooding reports have been pouring in tonight from all over the Garden State, including this video. Have you seen this yet from Newark Liberty? All flights in and out of the airport now suspended. All the airport's parking lots now closed. And we did get some flooding. Look at that. This is the inside of the airport. Look at that in Terminal B. So if you had planned to fly out of Newark tonight or tomorrow, you're being advised to check with your airline before you even try to get to the airport. And as we know, it's not just the airport. Flooding in New Jersey, widespread. We have confirmed one person drowned in Passaic, what Brian said, and our own Gabi Acevedo actually stuck at a standstill right now on the New Jersey Turnpike. Gabi, I understand you're joining us by phone.
That is correct, Natalie. And I have to say, I have covered plenty natural disasters and emergencies, but tonight's event ranks way up there. Right now, speaking to you from 180, heading towards Patterson, where we were going to cover the emergency zone that has become that area. But unfortunately, we are not able to go through. You see the images, several first responders. I have seen them carrying dinghies, rescuing drivers from peril. This torrential rain, Natalie, picked up fast and caught people commuting. And you can see those images just before the exit towards Saddlebrook. Cars stuck at the exit, nowhere to go. Flash flooding picked up really fast, and that's the main concern right now. But the thing is that you can't really move. So if anyone is thinking out there, Natalie, to go outside, to wander around, this is definitely not the time. And if you're outside and you're listening to this broadcast, stay in position. We don't really get to see visibility out here, Natalie. You don't know what's ahead. It's raining still very heavily, and we don't know exactly where are the areas that are safe to drive around. Like I said, I've seen several first responders carrying dinghies around in heavy trucks, trying to rescue people. So it's best to get to higher ground. And if you're in position in the highway or in the freeway, just stay put until this passes by. It's the best advice that I can give you. Right now, exercise caution, especially if you are on the road, Natalie. This is a very tough scenario here. I've seen people being very scared inside low cars because they don't know how much rain is going to keep falling here, and if it's going to become a more complicated scenario. That is the situation right now out here on the New Jersey Turnpike.
All right, Gabi, we thank you. Of course, we want you to stay safe. So tell us right now, is the water rising around you? What does it look like where you are exactly?
That is the issue. It keeps rising. People are trying to get close to the exit, close to the side of the street. Some trying to get to below bridgehead, but the water keeps picking up and it keeps moving, kind of like a current. It seems like it's like a river going in the freeway and the highway, and you can actually see the current picking up. And I think that's the main concern. I see people going into the rooftops in their cars because they're afraid that their cars are going to start moving with this current. That is, I think, the most complicated moment for them right now, this scenario that I see in front of me, cars stuck in the water.
All right. Well, Gabi, we want you to stay safe out there. We'll be sure to check back with you. But for now, we truly appreciate the live report here from the car. Stay safe out there.
Thank you.
All right, and take a second, look a little closer at this video. All subway service is now suspended due to the rain. This is a new video. The heavy rain flooding the subways. It happened at the One Train subway station. This is near 145th Street and Broadway in Hamilton Heights. You see the stairs just look like a waterfall there. We have seen similar scenes like that in the past, but this is pretty heavy. Residents in the area say the storm drains at the subway entrance are blocked. That causes the station to flood, of course. Now, the MTA's customer chief says that at this time, there's very limited train service, and you should not be traveling on the subway. For the first time in its history, the National Weather Service in Upton, New York, has issued a flash flood emergency. It's historic. It covers New York City, Nassau County, Westchester County. And that's where News 4's Adam Harding is continuing our team coverage right now.
Well, the flooding here in Westchester County certainly starting to pick up very quickly. Right behind me here on Fenimore and Bishop. In the last few hours, we've just watched this entire road get drenched with rain now for several hours, and it has been coming down. Frankly, I don't know if I've ever seen this much rain all at one time. There looks to be several inches, close to a foot, if not more, of water just right by this underpass. We saw a man walk through this underpass trying to get to his car. It looked like the water was near his waist. You can see off in the distance there are some cars that are about halfway submerged right now. Looks like some people were trapped inside a short time ago. Looks like they were able to get themselves out of that water, but it is just continuing to come down incredibly hard here, as it has been for much of the evening. A lot of this water, we're told, is actually coming up from the sewer, so it's also not sanitary right now. So there is a major concern here as this rain continues, and it is moving its way up this road. And at around 8:30, 9 o'clock tonight, police had just come to this intersection for concerns of flooding. The water was bad, but it was not nearly as bad as what we're seeing right now. And unfortunately, as we approach the late evening hours into the overnight hours, there's just no sign that this rain is going to slow down anytime soon. So what is bad right now is only likely to get worse. Compounding all of that, we've had thunder, we have had lightning, and we have had nonstop rain and wind. So certainly Ida making her presence felt here in Westchester County, as so many here are just wondering what happens. We're starting to hear reports of homes nearby, possibly getting some flood damage as police are making their way down here to this area. Again, this underpass we have been watching now for hours collect so much water, and the activity here on the scene starting to pick up as Ida continues to wreak havoc on this area. We'll send things back to you.